thanks a lot for staying with us. A big update coming in as far as what's playing out in Hyderabad. Suspended BJP MLA Raja Singh has now been booked under the Preventive Detention Act. As we pointed out, he had been picked up by officials a short while ago. He did get bail a couple of days ago, but now was picked up once again. And now we're understanding he's been booked under the Preventive Detention Act. All of this in the backdrop of the comments that had been made by now suspended BJP MLA Raja Singh against Prophet Muhammad. Swastika Das is breaking all those details for us. There is a note that has been released by police officials, which is out on your screens as well. Swastika, first, we're now understanding Raja Singh has been booked under Preventive Detention Act. Do we understand where he will be taken eventually?
Well, Ridhima, exclusive information accessed via CNN News 18. Raja Singh has been booked under the Preventive Detention Act over the Prophet Muhammad video. It's very clear, and the police is not taking any risk because tomorrow is Friday. There is Jummah Namaz, and even a few days later there is Ganesh Chaturthi. So in the wake of the protests that have been happening in Hyderabad, Preventive Detention Act has been imposed on Raja Singh, which is a very big development that we are breaking here on CNN News 18. We are learning via our sources that after his medical examination at Gandhi Hospital, which just took place a short while ago, he is now being taken to Cherlapalli jail, which is about 25 kilometers in the outskirts of Hyderabad. And in fact, the details that we are picking up and breaking here on our channel is that PD Act invoked against Raja Singh, who is Gosha Mahal MLA. The proposed detainee Raja Singh had posted an offensive video on the 22nd of August on a particular YouTube channel by the name Shri Ram channel, and used very blasphemous comments against the Prophet and his lifestyle. And as a result, since the video went viral, it had triggered massive protests in the city of Hyderabad. And in the wake of the present situation, which is volatile, and the blasphemous utterances according to the official press note that we have exclusively accessed, Raja Singh has been continuously creating hatred, and that's the reason why he has been detained by the Hyderabad police under the PD Act. We are also learning via our sources that he's going to be in police remand, which means that the police is going to go a step forward and refile and correct its petition in the first place, which was rejected. The police remember wants to take Raja Singh into custody and send him to judicial custody, but that entire proposition was first rejected because section 41A of the CRPC was not duly followed. And now we are understanding, we are learning via police sources that even a correctional process has been done, in the sense that the same petition has been reworked upon by the legal team of the Hyderabad police, and this is being led by the West Zone area under the Hyderabad Police Commissionerate to ensure that the judicial remand of Raja Singh is also duly followed. But for now, the first development and the breaking development right now is that Raja Singh has been booked under the Preventive Detention Act and is being taken to Cherlapalli jail even as we speak, Ridhima.
Okay, so the big update that Swastika is breaking for us is that Raja Singh has been booked under the Preventive Detention Act and he is now being taken to the Cherlapalli jail. What will follow from here on, Swastika? What has led to this action once again by police forces? Swastika, can you hear me? Okay, we'll try and re-establish that connection with my colleague Swastika Das, who's getting us all this exclusive information that suspended BJP MLA Raja Singh now has been booked under the Preventive Detention Act. And as she is also pointing out, he's being taken to the Cherlapalli jail. There will be medical that will be done before this as well. Swastika, if you can hear me this time around, as you're pointing out, he is going to be taken away to the Cherlapalli jail. What follows before that? Are the medicals already done?
Well, yes, Ridhima, his medical examination was done a short while ago at the Gandhi Hospital. This is a state-run hospital just a few minutes ago, and we are now trying to follow his convoy, which is on its way to the Cherlapalli jail here in Hyderabad. It's Cherlapalli Central Prison. But going by the records that we have picked up from our police sources, it says that out of the total 101 criminal cases registered against Raja Singh since 2004. He was involved in 18 communal offences in different police stations of Hyderabad, and apart from several other cases that have been filed recently. So in simple layman terms, what the police has done right now, it has clubbed together all of these cases. And remember, earlier today, Raja Singh had also issued a video, or he released a video in the public domain, his first video after being granted bail by the Nampally court in the first edition of this entire case. He's saying that a conspiracy has been hatched by the Telangana Police Department by issuing 241A CRPC notice from different police station, including one from Mangalhat Police Station. Mangalhat Police Station is in the West Zone Commissionerate, and he says that these cases for which he has been booked are dated 12/04/2022 April, and one case was registered in the month of February. He's saying for these two particular cases, again, both of these cases related to his hate speech. He says that he was issued a notice on the 24th, but he physically received the notice only today. And he's saying, and he has gone on to allege, that all of this is the political vendetta launched by the Telangana government in association with the MIM party led by Asaduddin Owaisi to arrest him. And the allegations that have now been put forth by him has in a way been confirmed through the official press note that we have received exclusively, which says that 101 cases have been registered against Raja Singh since 2004. All of these open cases, they're still running into different legal discourse, and he says that the official note says that he's involved in 18 communal offences, and the latest set of derogatory video that he put out is also to be added to this tally. So overall, to break it down into simple terms, Raja Singh has now been booked under the PDA Act, PD Act, I beg your pardon, and he's being taken to the Cherlapalli Central Prison as we speak.
Okay, Swastika, thanks a lot for getting us those details. We'll request